The situation in Diepsloot continues to be volatile, and government stresses that all South Africans have the responsibility to ensure that children's rights are protected. I'm Richard Brooks. The situation in Diepsloot, north of Johannesburg, continues to be volatile. This after more shops owned by foreigners were looted last night and this morning. Several community members have teamed up and are assisting police to maintain order as well as help Somalian shop owners to load their stock into police vans. Molobogeng Sebedi has more.
The police have again called for backup as the number of angry residents is too high to control. A Somalian shop owner says his two shops were broken into and looted last night. Community members, leaders and members of the police are assisting foreign shop owners to load their stock into vans for safekeeping. However, Somalian shop owners say they are not fazed by what happened. They say this has happened before and they will definitely return to their shops when calm has been restored.
A migration expert says what's happening in Diepsloot is definitely xenophobic violence. Director of the African Center for Migration and Society at Wits University, Leon Landau.
Clearly, when you attack people or you target them because of who they are, whether it's their race, their sexual orientation, or their nationality or ethnicity, there is an element of xenophobia here. I think what we have to make clear in this instance, as in almost all of the others, the motivations are never single. Clearly, looting, criminality is part of this story, but there's a reason why particular people are targeted.
Government has stressed that all South Africans have the responsibility to ensure that children's rights are protected. The Department of Women, Children and People with Disabilities launched Child Protection Week yesterday. It's also reiterated the call for the investigation of the death of 36 initiates in Mpumalanga and Limpopo. The department's Deputy Director General for Children's Rights, Mzolisi Tony.
We've got all the instruments that we need in South Africa in order to protect children. What remains, though, is that it's the reality that children are still abused. What do we need to do? And we are saying, as government, we have a program as we speak now, which we call Child Protection Week. As a department, we have what we call the National Council on Gender-Based Violence.
The Ekurhuleni municipality has offered to help with the burial of the alleged victims of a 14-year-old teenager of the Itwatwa informal settlement near Davidton in Ekurhuleni. The teenager allegedly hacked 4 family members to death with an axe. It's reported that the boy started by saying an unusual prayer before midnight on Thursday. The family members include the grandmother, the mother, and 2 siblings. Ekurhuleni municipal spokesperson Zweli Dlamini.
From the mayor's side, it's basically to pay our respects. And he has committed to see how he can assist, give those who have lost their lives a decent burial. And if this particular community needs a healing because of this particular incident, we are prepared as a city to consider that perhaps after the funeral.
The National Prosecuting Authority says it's studying yesterday's judgment, which acquitted its suspended senior prosecutor Glenys Breitenbach on all 15 disciplinary charges against her. She was suspended and charged in February last year after mining company Imperial Crown Trading laid a complaint, accusing her of being biased in a mining rights case between the NPA and Kumba Iron Ore. Breitenbach has welcomed the decision by an arbitration hearing in Pretoria to acquit her. She says she would like to continue with the cases she was working on if the NPA decides to reinstate her.